Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to talk to you about who I actually find very elegant and who I find very feminine. I think one of the things that you'll find here on YouTube is that there are quite a few people talking about elegance and femininity, but often you can look at those people and you can think you're not very elegant and you're not very feminine. I think I know I definitely do that, and I mean, you might be watching this video thinking she's not very elegant and she's not very feminine, and that really got me thinking as I came across other people's videos where I saw them and I thought, I don't actually find you very elegant, and it made me think that maybe I should sit down and do a quick video on who I actually find very elegant and why I find them elegant. So with that, let's get into today's video. But if you're new here, hello, my name is Nicole. I'm a full-time beauty and fashion content creator, and I've been loving bringing you along on this elegant journey and this femininity journey because I'm someone that can definitely lean to being a little bit more masculine in my relationships, and I've really noticed that when I operate in my femininity that I don't have as much tension in my relationships and I feel more comfortable about where I need to be, how I function, and what my role is in places. So with that, let's get into today's video. But if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I would love if you did so. I think if you have started watching any type of videos on YouTube about femininity and elegance, you will find different types of people. I think that there is the really girly or really feminine type of girls that get considered as elegant. Maybe they're wearing a lot of tweed, maybe they're wearing a lot of frills and a lot of dresses. They never wear any jeans, and of course that is going to be elegance and femininity in its own right. But then I also think that there are other types of people who, even though that they wear denim, which I've seen in a lot of videos, people say it's not very feminine to wear denim. I think that you can often see people who completely prove that point wrong. And one of the things that I've definitely learned is that elegance is more so a state of mind and femininity is more so a state of mind than anything else. And I think you can see that time and time again when you meet certain people, and even though they might not be dressed to the nines, even though you might see them doing the most everyday of tasks, there's something about them that is so elegant that you are in awe of it. I definitely have had people in my upbringing where I have always looked at them and thought that they were so elegant, and that didn't come down to what they wore. It didn't come down to what brand name they had on or where they were seen. It came down to how they held themselves. And I think first and foremost, that's going to be the thing that for myself that I focus on when I'm trying to be more feminine and more elegant, is that it's the way that you carry yourself, and everything else comes secondary to that. Of course, I think anybody would have these two people come to mind when they think of elegance and think of femininity, but they are actually quite different. First, I wanted to talk about Kate, you know, the next queen, and then Meghan Markle. Both of them have very different feminine and elegant styles. However, they both can get deemed as elegant. I think you can see Meghan Markle, who wears denim a lot more often than you see Kate wear denim. However, you cannot deny that Meghan looks elegant even dressed quite simply as this. I think when you are looking to wear denim, it definitely has to be a cleaner, chicer look, and it's something that I'm looking to adapt. I personally gravitate more to Meghan's style. She will wear dresses, but they're not super girly, they're not super frilly, and for me, I definitely want to be more feminine, want to be more elegant, but where I've felt very disconnected with that in the past is I'm not really a pink kind of girl. I'm not really a frilly dress kind of girl. For the most part, sometimes a frilly dress will get me, but I typically am not that overly traditionally feminine type of girl, and so that's where I don't typically pull to some of Kate's styles. However, both of these women are extremely elegant and extremely feminine. The other thing that I wanted to quickly touch on is I believe that elegance often changes depending on where you're from. I feel like girls that are in the UK, when people call them feminine, is more the tweed sets, more dresses, whereas I think if you see someone from North America, someone like Mariana Hewitt, she is so refined and she's so polished. Some of the things that she wears definitely is more on trend than it would be considered timelessly classic. However, again, this is where I revert back to the way that you hold yourself is going to be something that really exudes elegance and exudes femininity. That I find when Mariana does wear something trendy, even though it's not necessarily for me, I still see elegance shining through her. Now, as I mentioned, I do find that typically, depending on where you're from, somebody that is deemed as elegant or feminine, it kind of changes a little bit. And here in the UK, there is Queen Lydia Millen, where a lot of people love her, and I love her, quite honestly. But I think, again, this is more of a British style of elegance that might be different from a North American style of elegance or a European style of elegance. But I don't think that we should consider these people as not elegant, even though you might find that they break some of the rules or not. Now, the next person that I want to talk about is Canadian, and I find her so elegant. But again, I find that if you look at her, you will see that she breaks a lot of the rules that you find people saying here on YouTube that you should follow if you're wanting to be elegant and more feminine. This is Sasha Exeter. She is a Canadian influencer and model, and again, even though sometimes she wears things that never will get classified as elegant or feminine, when she wears these items, she looks a lot more up-leveled than the average person. I think the way that Sasha carries herself is one of the things that attributes to that, but also her makeup is always flawless, her skin is always perfect. She just looks, even her necklaces that I notice that she wears, like everything is perfectly placed and perfectly coiffed. And I think that even though she wears things that aren't deemed as elegant, she comes across as elegant. The next person that I wanted to talk about is a friend of mine. Her name is Lisa, and Lisa is Russian. However, I know she goes back and forth between a few countries, and she is a model and an influencer. And what I love about Lisa the most is that everything she does is with such elegance, but it has a twist of edginess to it. And she sent me a Christmas card this year, and I saw the picture come up on Instagram of the packaging, and I was like, she is the woman I wish myself to be one day. And I think the thing that I love about Lisa the most is that she has this elegance about her, but if you look through her feed on Instagram, she's not wearing the typical A-line dresses. She takes a little bit more risks within her fashion, and I love that you can still see the elegance about her, even though she isn't traditionally doing everything what the rule book says. Now, speaking of someone that typically refers to the rule book, Anna Bay. Anna Bay is somebody that I discovered within this last year, and I love a lot of the things that she talks about, but personally, I rarely connect to Anna's style. And it's been really interesting for me to kind of go through this whole process of wanting to become more elegant and more feminine, because a lot of the things that I find Anna says in regards to how people should dress, I don't connect with in the slightest. But I don't think that should diminish someone's desire to be more elegant or be more feminine, but more so used as a guidebook as opposed to rules. And I think that's one of the reasons I wanted to create this quick video today, because if you go through all the ladies that I've spoken about, they're all elegant in their own right. However, they all practice that and show that in very, very different ways. Who do you relate to more when it comes to your elegance or your femininity fashion? Is it someone more like Kate Middleton? Is it someone more like Meghan Markle? Or is it someone more, a little bit more edgy, like maybe Sasha Exeter or Lisa Starchak? I would love to know who your femininity and elegance inspo is in the comment section. And if you like this video, I would love if you hit that like button, because then it lets me know, are you liking this type of content? Do you feel like I should continue with this type of content? It'd be so useful if you did that for me. Anyways, my friends, I'm about to go. So if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your last chance to do so. Click on that subscribe button right there, and you can be subscribed to me and find out when my next video goes live. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.